And with that, ML Doubles is on the air for Showdown Sunday. We're ready to go with a triple header of Champions League action. I am Curtis. That is Inanimate J, as we get set for a matchup where the Blizzard need a strong performance. It's Comets and Blizzard on Utopia Coliseum, J, and the Blizzard looking up at the rest of the wildcard standings, trying to get into that, storm of teams looking for that last spot.
Yeah, unfortunately, currently sitting at 22 and 28, I believe, coming into this one. Not the greatest record in the books. They're tied for second place in that Arctic division, which, quite frankly, is kind of a slog. You got the Wolves up in that division lead, 31 wins right now, well ahead of the pack trailing. So a big win here for the Blizzard goes a long way towards getting them back in the conversation for the wild card and possibly even the division lead if they can win the reverse fixture against the Wolves later on in the upcoming weeks. As for the Comets, 17 and 33, their current record after 10 weeks of play. The playoffs looking an ever-increasing impossibility for them. Could be out of the picture entirely by the end of this week, but for the mathematical uncertainties, Curtis, with the percentages and the fractions of percents and whatnot. Caster math is hard, and that's why we don't do it live.
Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, Comets need a strong performance. They need a couple strong performances in a row in these last couple of weeks, and they need some help. So there's no doubt about that one. They need every win that they can get their grubby hands on, too. The Blizzard are going to try to make things difficult on them to get back into the hunt, as are the Comets on the Blizzard. But we're ready for action. Comets and Blizzard about to do battle at Utopia Coliseum. These two teams getting ready on each respective side of the pitch. It's going to be Mellow and Woe for the Blizzard. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Midnight and Frostbite for the Comets. That's kind of a confusing name to be on the Comets instead of the Blizzard. But either way, we are just about set 5 minutes on the clock, and we are underway on Showdown Sunday. Champions League, only a few weeks left in it. And each team trying to get their bearing. That's going to be off the crossbar in front. Comets with a chance early towards the net, and a good save coming out as Mello gets his car on it to keep it away from the goal line. Back towards the Blizzard back wall. Good touch from Mello. Frostbite puts it into the corner. Up following that is Mello. He's got plenty of boost to try to follow this, but he puts it a little bit too far out in front of him. And it will be Midnight who takes control in the corner. 37 seconds in. Blizzard decide who's going to take it. That's a big, big play in front of that Blizzard net. Frostbite going to put it back to his teammate. That's off the corner. Comets looking to attack, but a good clear back the other way is going to set it up on Woe's nose. Woe.
Got him.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Woe, your name is terrible. I love you, but your name is terrible. We still are scoreless with that minute gone.
Yeah, the only person scoring right now is the guy keeping track of caster puns, especially the unintentional ones, as that's going to be an own goal. Frostbite will get credit, but this one a big misplay by Mello coming back.
Yeah, both of them on the double commit defensively, really, and the Blizzard have to chase it back to their own net. Mello can't quite get it off the back wall. He ends up pinching it into his own net. It's a 1-0 lead for the Comets.
It's really unfortunate, just that loss of possession at midfield where both Blizzard players kind of committed to that ball, had to rush, take that straight line back, and just couldn't get the ability to pinch that off the post, roll just past, and got across the line.
And that's going to be off the back. Mello does make contact on it, but it's still in front. Chances off the crossbar. Frostbite can't find the net. Comets looking to put this one in and make it a 2-0 lead. It's a pass out to the top of the box. Keeping it in as Frostbite. Looking for the delicate touch, but getting there first are going to be the Blizzard as they send it in towards the sidewall. A lot of play in front of that Blizzard net. They are unable to clear their back lines for any standard length of time, as this will be in the Blizzard corner still. Top of the penalty area. This will be off the back wall once more. Woe is going to have possession for a moment, but the Comets are really good midfield presence right now, making things as hard as possible on the team looking to move up in the wildcard.
And really, right now, the Blizzard should be a little bit more aggressive to this ball, but they can't get it out of their end. Just these touches that they're getting, putting themselves in such a difficult spot to be able to play. Two cracks at the can from the Comets. They put both off the bar, and that would have been a great opportunity to stretch the lead out and try and put these Blizzard even further on the back foot.
Ball is in the Comets' end for a moment. We'll see how long it stays there. Good touch there. Is going to send it far side and wide of that right post. Off the sidewall. keeping it going. It's going to bounce out of that corner. Up is Midnight. Midnight gets it up and around 1, then up and around 2. He might have a kick at the can here, but Mello comes in and takes it away. Blizzard starting to find their bearings in the offensive end, keeping the ball in. Up is Mello. Mello has the touch, but not quite the touch he wanted. And it'll be into the Comets corner. Will they take it with about 2:02 left? Still a 1-0 lead for these Comets. That's a chance. Comets going to drop this in frame, getting up to pinch it against the back wall, and a great play is going to be Mello. And he makes a great defensive effort to keep it at a 1-0 deficit.
You have to look at why that play developed, and that really came down to the Blizzard losing the ball offensively. That's fine. But then making that decision for the last player to have to come and challenge while tracking back along that run really would have probably been better. Ooh, big shot there as Woe just puts it wide. But a little bit better to just chase that one back, cut down the angle, because there wasn't a great shooting line for the Comets as they transitioned up.
This is going to be a problem for the Blizzard, but a great defensive effort is still going to keep it away. Flying above the ball is going to be Woe. Mello gets contact, gets it over the halfway line. 75 seconds to go in game 1. Good touch from Frostbite. The flick is going to have it in the front of the net, and a good save coming across from Woe as he is going to get it back to the halfway again. Dangerous area. This is going to bounce back towards the goal line, but a good patient play by the Blizzard's defense as this will bounce in their own corner. They got to get consistent pressure out of their own end, but they are just getting pressured and giving up the ball in very dangerous areas, and it's going to cost them if they don't correct that between games 1 and 2.
You and I talked about it a lot on Friday in one of the other series with just the way that the ball, for a lot of teams, almost with a flick on by Mello there, but the way that teams try to clear the ball, they go with that front flick, pushing that ball away from them while not being able to recover and catch up to it. So they give away possession right when they get to that midfield line. It's really starting to become apparent that players are going to have to be more comfortable, especially in the Champion League, with keeping that ball close, getting it into range where they can win a 50-50 to get it past defenders.
90% of the game in Champions League is going to be the possession game, and it shows even more prevalent here later in the season as these teams are now pretty much familiar with each other's play sets. This will be a play in front, but the Comets going to walk away with a 1-0 win in game 1. That makes things ever more difficult for the Blizzard to get a footing in that wildcard race.
That's a huge blow to the Blizzard's chances at making the postseason. Only 3 weeks left. There's only 20 wins left on the board for any team, and now they're down to 19, given the fact that a lot of their rivals are probably going to be picking up more wins as the next couple of weeks go on, especially with the tough return to the division play coming up soon. I feel like that's really just an opportunity lost for the Blizzard to have any chance at making a run towards the final weeks.
That said, division play coming up, you never know. But the Blizzard not making things any easier on themselves, as you mentioned. So they could do really well to get a more consistent attack out of their own end for more than 5 to 10 seconds at a time. Comets owned play in that first game. And that's something the Blizzard are going to have to correct, and they're going to have to correct it within the first 30 seconds or so.
Absolutely. It's really going to come down to midfield possession. We talked about it a bit towards the end of that game. Those little flicks that push the ball a little bit further ahead of yourself than you can realistically catch up to and challenge, and lets the defense get onto that ball and push it further out in front of you.
That was dangerous. Comets live to tell about it. Scoreless. Actually, the Comets have held the Blizzard scoreless through the first game. That's going to bounce just right of the post, I should say. Into the corner. Dropping it top of the box right wing side, but it's taken in by Midnight. Midnight of the Comets looking for a double touch. That's going to be off the back. Chance is still off the back, and that's something that the Comets are going to have to figure out is they're striking, because they've had multiple chances on that backboard and haven't been able to finish the job and put these Blizzard players away.
And really, that should have been 1-0 Comets right there. The Blizzard were just letting them take cracks off that backboard. Both of them ending up lifting it too high. Really just wonder if they're a little bit tense still. I mean, I'm really unsure why they would be. Talked about it on the way in that there's just not a lot of pressure on the Comets right now. It really doesn't look like they're going to make a playoff run this season. But why not just have fun, make sure that they execute, rather than kind of clutch at it like the Blizzard are chasing the playoff race.
And it's going to be Midnight off the back wall. Towards the side, Blizzard still with it. The double touch off the back is going to put this into frame. Possibility to follow it up. That's going to be in front, but a defensive touch by Midnight. He's going to get there ahead of the Blizzard offense thanks to a little bit more boost. And that is going to remain scoreless with a minute and a half gone. Blizzard trying to keep possession just over the halfway line. It's taken aside. Comets with the clear will put it into the corner and up the back wall. Chance towards the left wing. Midnight off the back, gonna put it right in front for the Comets. That counterplay is gonna send it deep into Comets territory, left of the post, and Midnight will have it in his own end, but the Blizzard making things hard. That's off the back wall again. Turning back in is going to be Mello. Mello has some help in front, but it is not going to get in frame thanks to a defensive effort from Midnight. Now Midnight has a dribble. Past one, far side and in, and the Comets have a 1-0 lead again.
Mello completely beans this one for his team. Right there, that little flick slows the ball down, lets Midnight catch up to it, and then he has a dribble on with the other defender in Woe completely frozen on that one. Mello has to recognize where that ball's traveling, has to pull out away from that play to try and avoid that little touch that completely throws his teammate off.
Just south of 3 minutes left. This may be a double touch opportunity right in front, and Frostbite with the patient game makes it count. 2-0 with 2:50 left.
Good ball by Frostbite in. Mello doesn't recover well off the kickoff. He probably should have flown across it that one. Instead, he drives down, tries to go up the backboard, changes the timing, changes the angles, really makes an easy clear more difficult by not taking a direct line to the ball.
So 10 seconds or so, replacing, or basically between those goals. Going to be back top of the box. This will be towards the halfway line. Frostbite with the touch. He's going to try one more touch to get it in frame. It'll be up the back wall. Getting a touch off the back wall is Woe. Trying to recover on it is going to be Midnight. Frostbite camped out on his own goal line. Frostbite comes out, makes a play. That's lateral off the sidewall. Midnight with the challenge. That's not going to work very well. It's going to be in front of that Comets net. And being patient with it is going to be Midnight for the moment. Until there, Woe is going to get the Blizzard on the board for the first time in this series. It's 2-1.
There's being patient with the ball, and then there's being casual with it, and that's Midnight right there. Two little hops trying to bring that under control, but all he does is just tee it up for Woe, who comes in, cuts that lead down, and that's an important goal for the Blizzard. That's the first one in this series. They've gone a game and a half without scoring, and they really need to start building on that and get some momentum back.
Closing in on 2 minutes left. Comets going to add one more, though, and make it a 2-goal deficit again as Midnight connects from the midfield line.
Makes up for that last play with a great kickoff goal here. Waits for that to come down. No pressure from the Blizzard. Nobody in position. You see the one Blizzard player drifting out towards that ball, almost like he got stuck between trying to decide to go and trying to decide to defend. Neither one works. They end up with the goal given back.
120 seconds to go. Frostbite's going to take this into the offensive end. Up into the corner. That's going to play laterally. Chance over the halfway line. Blizzard's going to get one back here as that challenge is going to send it deep into Comets territory and home as Mello gets on the board.
Yeah, great job by Mello. Just getting this ball in time as Midnight actually noses into that hitbox on the far side, but the ball already traveling upfield, had the accuracy, gets that goal right back.
Minute 56 to go. In a 3-2 contest. This will be at the halfway line again. Up is Mello. Mello, that's going to drop in frame eventually, but a good touch. Top of the box, though. Blizzard still have possession. Now they give it up as that is put just a little bit too far in front of the player. Good nose touch by Mello, going to get it over half. Comets with a chance. That's in front, off the back. It's going to drop back towards the midfield. And a good challenge by Mello is going to send us over half into the Comets end once more. Blizzard with a flick. It's Mello. Looking for a second touch. He finds it, and it's going to find its way home again. 3-3. Blizzard have come back.
Yeah, Mello with a great flick to get this one past Midnight, but the problem is Frostbite starts challenging in. Should recognize that Mello still has that flick. You can see how weak the shot is. Doesn't have a lot to get over the line. Frostbite just gets baited in to coming out for a late challenge, and they end up giving up the equalizer.
83 seconds to go in a tie ball game. Blizzard desperately need a win. We have an English standoff at the midfield stripe. That's going to be in the Blizzard's favor. And that'll be back towards the sidewall. Taken away by Woe. Circled back by Midnight. Off of Woe. This will be in the corner. Fighting forward around that boost pad. Back the other way come the Blizzard. Small, slow dribble play is not going to work for the Blizzard on this occasion. Frostbite going to get jumped in front of by Midnight. That's back towards the Blizzard net. Midnight tries that challenge, and it will be careened back to the left into the offensive corner for the Comets, who have given up what was a 3-1 lead at one time. That's a chance in front of the Blizzard net, and it is cast aside. Now they have a 2v1. Looking for the play, but that patience is going to be too much as the Comets jump all over it and get the clear.
Actually, no boost from the Blizzard player on offense. A big double commit, too, as off the respawn from the demo, one of the players, I'm not sure who it was, actually came across and really committed heavily to that. 15 seconds left. Mello up for a big shot. Midnight picking up the savior will keep that one away. I don't know what it is, Curtis. The Blizzard kind of got a couple of really fortuitous goals. It was really lucky, but that one isn't lucky!
Mello's gonna put it home, and they take the lead with 4 seconds left.
Big team play. You can see this one developing here as Woe spots his teammate, puts this one laterally right across the box. Mello streaking in, hits that one dead center right between the Comets D, and they'll split that one to take the lead late.
4 seconds left, and that is a huge blow to the Comets. They're going to try to tie it. They're going to fail to do so. The Blizzard, with a little bit of heroics, come back to tie the series up at 1 game apiece, thanks to Mello.
Yeah, they had the ability to just get there at the end, but like I was saying, the goals that led up to the equalizers, kind of a bit of a lucky bounce on a lot of them. The Comets either gave up the ball really easily, or the Blizzard just won a spectacular 50 that got it upfield. Talking about that long-distance one from Mello. That one goal, that last winning goal, was probably the only one that they really worked for that whole game. Despite having 9 shots, it just didn't feel like they were really doing much with the time they had on the ball.
Yeah, it was quantity over quality, I think, for sure, on the Blizzard's part. However, they did reverse the rhythm of the game from game 1 to game 2, but it took them till about the latter half of that game to actually do that. Comets owned the first, say, 7 minutes of gameplay in this series. Finally, the Blizzard woke up, and we should have a pretty even contest, I would think, coming into game number 3. It's a 1-1 series. Blizzard going to try to set up a long play, but it's taken in by Midnight, who's going to try to find the timing. That's in front still. Blizzard are going to defend their back line, though, and keep it away from the Comets for the time. Until that turnover, you cannot turn the ball over there, but the Comets don't make them pay.
Should have been a goal. Frostbite again just got a little bit too close on that gift from Mello as he brought it really ill-advisedly across the face of goal. Didn't get great contact away from the ball. And Woe's going to get turned away by Midnight there. But again, if you're going to bring it in front of the net, you have to get that ball away strongly and cleanly. And they did neither of those two things.
Up the sidewall goes Midnight. He's going to get around 1. It's going to drop in frame. Coming across the face of goal defensively is Mello as he takes it away. He's only got 3 boosts, though. That's not the place you want to be with 3 boosts. It's going to drop in front. Still a chance for the Comets. It's going to find its way right under the nose of Mello again for a miraculous 0 boost save. And he has defended the back line, I should say, miraculously once more as it remains scoreless a minute in.
Frostbite actually ran out of boost on the run-up to that shot, put it right at Mello, made it way too easy. Had him actually stationary in net, would have been able to put it anywhere else. Instead chose to put it right at the keeper, then unfortunately didn't get that opening goal.
And that's going to be off of the back wall. Good pinch play from Mello, going to get it back to half. Comets giving up possession. Whoa, plenty of boost on it, tries for the second touch, he fails to get it. It'll be a lateral play from Mello towards the perimeter wall. Mello does decide to go for it. It will bounce off the ceiling. Woe's going to get the timing down on a ground pinch. That'll drop into frame. He actually could have gone for that based on where Mello was, but a little bit of lack of communication is going to let the ball go back into the Blizzard end with no attack. Minute and 55 seconds in a scoreless ball game. Both teams need this 3rd game of the series. This will be up and over the head of Woe, but he backs up just enough to get underneath it. Touch the top of the box. That's a chance. Comets on net. Save again from Mello. Still a threat. Woe is going to get it this time. He'll take it to the side boost. Pinch play gets it around 1. And that is Frostbite. He's going to take it up and above the crossbar. Played it sidewall. And it's still in the Comets' end for a clear for Midnight.
Frostbite just not quite getting enough power on his shots the last couple of sequences. That last one there, just not a ton of power. Blizzard able to catch up to it. And before as well, with that one that he ran in on, ran out of boost. Didn't quite get over the line as Midnight gets a couple of 50s. Here's a chance to redeem himself. Can't catch up to it again, running out of boost.
And then good job from Woe, realizing that his partner is beaten. He has to get somebody back. That's a huge giveaway, though. And Midnight's going to make him pay dearly. In a scoreless game, it's now 1-0.
If you're going to dribble the ball, you have to make sure you set yourself up in a way that you can respond to a 50. And Woe doesn't do that. It's loose off to the left side of him. Sure, he's goal side on it, but there's space between him and the ball. And that lets Midnight come in, use him as a ramp to win that 50. Gets it clean, goes straight in towards the net.
That was a big, big problem. This is going to be a double touch right side back towards the back wall. up the side ramp. Woe is up. He's going to look for a delicate touch, but he's going to fly to the left of the ball. Blizzard's still there, and that's a good long clear. Melo's going to have to chase it down in the corner. Woe is going to plant himself in the middle of the scoring area defensively, and now it's going to be Melo who has the control. It's off the back wall. Woe is going to be too far forward. He may get burned on this. The counterplay is going to be recovered well, and the Blizzard don't pay for their mistake at the time being. That's a long touch on the other side, though. That's off the post, and Melo able to clear the line again. Comets still there, finding it finally on the near side Midnight, making it a 2-0 lead.
This one breaking down because the Blizzard end up fighting for that ball too long at midfield with no boost. By the time they rotate back, they can't get it away clean. Melo with that desperation play, putting it into the corner. It just sets up for Midnight, gets a great angle on it.
85 seconds left in game number 3. Series tied at the moment, but the Comets making a fight to have the lead. This is going to bounce towards the post in front, and a good defensive play by Frostbite was going to make the last second save as we hit the minute 10 mark. Blizzard need a goal, and then they need a second goal, but first comes before second. This will be up and over the nose. This will be a chance for the Comets to possibly put it away, but that pinch is going to send it well out of reach of Midnight. Collective effort by the Blizzard defensively is going to get it back to the top of the box, but not for very long as Frostbite takes advantage and splits the C for a 3-0 lead.
Melo on this ball, over to Woe, hits the back spoiler and pops up. Neither one of them can react, and Frostbite just picks their pocket. And this is what we talked about in the early game, Curtis. Control of that ball, keeping it in range to be able to respond to plays. The Blizzard are being really, really frivolous with their possession right now.
Minute to go. This is going to be back towards the Comets net, and Woe able to get them on the board at least. 48 seconds. It's not out of reach just yet.
Not out of reach yet. This is a good kickoff. One right back towards the second player. He gets a clean hit on that one. Midnight just flying right past that ball. Looks like he jumped a little too early. Kind of got in front of it as that ball traveled in. Good shot, though.
48 on the clock. Need one every 24 if they want to come back, but they also need to keep the Comets out of the net. Oh, a savage mind game. This is going to be a piece of work if Melo can do it. It's on the goal line, and they can't put it home. He tried for the bump play as well as it creeped on in. Did not work, and the Comets are going to try to get one back the other way. That's in front, right wing side, looking to finish it on the double. Not going to happen with 26 left. The Comets going to try to waste as much time as possible, and they're doing a good job of that as the clock ticks away on the Blizzard's chances.
Time keeps on ticking into the future.
Now who's going to get MLD soon?
I had a good run.
That's in front. Chance that's going to be off the back. Doesn't matter. The Comets are going to put this game away, and at the 2-1 lead in this series, they can get a series clincher next game.
Full credit to the Comets. They were given the opportunity to push this game in their favor. They did exactly that, taking advantage of times when the Blizzard were giving up possession too easily in their own end at midfield and converting those into goals. And that's important because chances like that are in an environment like this where teams should theoretically be relatively close in skill level, that if you're not taking advantage of any mistake that's being given to you, then you're probably not doing enough to win the game.
Full credit as well to the Comets, who gave themselves an opportunity to screw it up and didn't. So that there's something to be said about that in a fast-paced game like this as well, where the Blizzard are getting more and more desperate as time goes by. There's nothing more to fear than a team who has nothing to lose, and that right now is the Comets, and they are taking this to the Blizzard in every facet, and it's now scoreless game in Game 4, where the Comets have a chance to play scoreless. Chance near side, that's off the back. Blizzard can't put it away. 16 seconds in, counterplay the other way. To the house goes Frostbite. 1-0 lead for the Comets, and again, the Blizzard find themselves in the back foot.
Yeah, both Blizzard players going up for a ball that they don't have a great chance to win if both players go up. The first play, that's fine. It's an air dribble in close, probably not going to get a big rebound, but you're also not going to get a great shot by committing, and if you don't win the ball, and again, you have to travel to get there, the defense is already on the line waiting, then you're committing 2 players on offense, and this is 2v2. There's no defense left at that point.
At the midfield dot, Blizzard going to get in front of that shot. It's going to be Melo who has to play this smart. That's a big demo defensively, but Melo might be able to split the C here. This is going to go near side. He's going to find it home. And that is a great job from Melo, realizing where he is on the pitch and the empty net in front of him.
Yeah, Frostbite wasting possession on that one, put it off the boards, didn't have a follow-up play to be able to work with on that one there. Midnight on the far side after the demo, not enough space to close down, actually too much space, excuse me, to be able to close that one down, and the Blizzard get their equalizer quickly.
39 seconds in, 1-1 game. Comets looking to get that goal right back. That's going to be a pass top of the box, but they're playing a little more defensively here. Trying to keep control is whoa, but a good challenge. Is going to send that over the halfway line. That is Midnight flying underneath the ball in the Blizzard end. Looking for a second touch, then a third is going to be Melo. He's going to have the side boost just as it spawns, lucky him. Falling off the ceiling. Ground pinch scores, and Woe is going to find it with a 2-1 lead for the Blizzard in tow.
Actually, no ground pinch here. Melo just puts this ball up, and it's a bit of an aerial fake. You're not sure where that shot's coming in. Melo just puts it straight off the spoiler, splits the D, and the Blizzard pull themselves into the lead.
Yeah, it looked like from his angle coming from the ceiling, it might have been a ground pinch. So yeah, you're exactly right. Woe got it even before it hit the ground. This is going to be a chance for the Comets to come back the other way, but this is going to shave the ceiling. Up the corner ramp. Waiting patiently. Frostbite. Looking. Getting it taken from him. Back the other way come the Blizzard. Up and over the halfway line. Midnight looking for a dribble play. That's going to bounce laterally. Comet's still there, and the play coming wide as that was an offensive set that did not quite have the mark, as the Comets are going to try to keep it in their possession as time ticks away again. 3:14 left, as that one's going to be a shot that goes errant, and the Blizzard can actually take possession now. Whoa. Over the halfway line. Played off the sidewall. Not where you want that to be. Chance for the Comets, looking for contact on the back end. It's not going to work. Frostbite with the setup. Midnight unable to get it home. Frostbite's going to come in and challenge this. He has the angle for a shot near side. It doesn't get the roll. Still in front for Midnight, and he's going to find it on the back end. And it's a 2-2 game with 2:42 to go.
You look at the positioning of both Blizzard players. One player loses the ball at midfield. The second player very close behind. Both of them turn towards the ball. Nobody gets the idea to come away from that ball, circle around a back post, and maybe cut that rebound off. 2-2, 2:42. It's 4 of a kind, and 4's our wild, Curtis. I think I got a Yahtzee.
Yeah, I mean, you're close. You're close. That's a nice one. That's a nice Yahtzee. You have to be ashamed if someone ruined it, like a ticking clock. That's a chance. It's going to find the angle and keeping it out of the Blizzard as both players commit. Now they're in the same spot, though. Comets would be smart to try to take advantage, but neither one can get their wheels on the ball. And the Comets will have it in their own end, trying to dribble around both players. There's one. Now two. Big save in front. It's going to creep its way toward the goal line, and that is actually Midnight who makes the save on his teammate, unfortunately, for the Comets, and the Blizzard might be able to counter back the other way. Over the halfway. Minute 57 to go. Going to bounce close to frame. Top of the box. Blizzard with a chance, and Midnight's going to remove this from being a threat. Back the other way, the Comets come. The backwards flick towards the net, and he finds it. A little bit of a changeup thrown at the net, and the Comets take advantage.
This one a really difficult shot to read, especially though you see Woe grabbing that boost, and he makes the turn upfield. It pulls him out of position to be able to come after that ball. He has to change his mind, come back around the long way through that corner, and then just never gets the timing right. You have to make that first turn back towards your net. It gives you so many more options to try and defend with after that boost grab.
100 seconds to go. 3-2 lead. Off the corner. Blizzard looking for a play. Taken away by the Comets once more as we've hit about the 90-second mark. Comets, that's a pass to the top of the box for Frostbite. Frostbite on the bounce is going to find the net. Minute 23 left and a 4-2 advantage.
A really good technical shot here from Frostbite. Gave himself a little bit of a roll here to get that ball going away from goal. Away from the player coming across on that one. Just got it inside on the bounce behind, or actually in front of Melo, I think, as he came off that wall. Almost put it right into him, but he recognized where the first challenge was coming from. It was across the face of goal, put it behind that player by rolling his car around to put it to the right.
Another try for a bounce play, but that counter is going to send it deep into Comets territory. But a great job by Frostbite to get there just in time to knock it aside. That's going to be up and above the crossbar in the Blizzard end, and a nice job taking it away from Midnight. into frame and now out of frame. Comets looking to keep the possession. Comets looking like a new team here. A team that is not really, should not be at this point out of the playoff hunt is the way they're playing. But in fact, they are very, very close. And they need a dominant performance and are basically getting one. Sans the second game of the series. But you can't really knock the Comets for their effort level in a game that means, at this point, very little.
Yeah, they're really up against the 8-ball, but picking up a few wins here, playing spoiler along the way, always welcome for morale purposes as they move forward into the last 3 weeks of the season. You just get the sense that if they'd been able to keep it all together for longer stretches of the season, might be talking a completely different story in that Storm division.
This is going to be right wing side. Blizzard trying to take it away. With a 2-goal deficit and 6 seconds left, that is likely going to seal things in the series for the Comets. They are going to get a win out of this series, and it's a 3-1 advantage at the moment. They have a chance to make it a 4-1 and really screw things up for the Blizzard in the latter part of the season.
The Blizzard right now sitting at 23 and 31 on the standings right now, and that's almost a death sentence for them at this point. There's 15 games left, 16 counting Game 5 of this series, and at current projections, they're not going to win quite enough to really be able to overtake the Wolves unless the Wolves go on an absolute spin towards the end of the season.
Say, best case scenario, they win all 16. It puts them at 39 wins, which is very, very improbable. And it still doesn't even guarantee a playoff berth with the strength of the Blue Conference.
No, I mean, the Blue Conference, Storm Division notwithstanding, the Storm Division currently with 2 teams tied for the lead at 28 and 27. That was coming into this weekend's games. I think the Spartans actually getting a 5-0 earlier today over the Foxes, so that actually puts them at 33 and 27 after 11 weeks of play. Yeah, I feel like there is... oh, sorry, that actually was updated. I realize now my math is off. 28 and 27 is their current, so, there's not a lot of hope when you're falling down because you can't expect every team that you're chasing to lose out the same way that you win out.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's very, very improbable. You got to take care of business early, which is what we were saying weeks 1, 2, and 3. Take care of business in your own division because it could come back to bite you if you don't. And right now, it's coming back to bite the Comets for sure and the Blizzard as well. So we play with scoreless with 40 seconds gone. This will be a chance. Blizzard trying to get on the board. That's going to have the angle to drop in front, but off the crossbar it goes, and it will keep cast aside. 50 seconds into gameplay in a scoreless ballgame. Coming in. Chance for Woe. Woe is going to have this one drop in frame. Melo was there, but he could not get to the ball, and it never quite dropped in front of the goal line. And Melo will have the possession and the possibility for a flick. Has it off the left post. Still in front, and Woe needed much better contact there. And he is going to pay for his transgressions dearly as it remains a scoreless game, but he'll be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, just pulled his car wide and then, to make matters worse, side flipped into the ball instead of just missing entirely. So all it did was push it further center for the Comets, who'd already recovered, able to get a clear on that one. Danger not out of the way yet as Midnight forced into a save. Eats a demo for that one. The Blizzard pressing here for the opening goal in Game 5, but still, the damage, I think, to their playoff hopes already done, losing 3 in this series.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know mathematically if it matters what they do in this series, in this game. At this point, every win helps. But with 3 weeks left, nobody's out of contention just yet, mathematically, I suppose. But they've put themselves in a position where they're going to need some serious assistance. They are the Blizzard getting into the last couple weeks.
Their biggest thing is going to have to be beating a bunch of division rivals. And with all the teams in that Arctic division right now, aside from the Wolves being down in those spoiler roles, it's going to be, I think, really difficult to find wins against teams that, quite frankly, might have nothing left to lose coming in.
That's going to be a possible pass play. The flick in front. Shot is just into the bar from Midnight, and the Comets have the first strike. Halftime gone.
A good catch here. Gets him on the outside of his car. Let them set up for this. You see Melo turn away on that ball. Should have challenged that one. Gave too much space to Midnight. Let him re-get control. And he takes some pay. Puts it outside away from the challenge as it comes in far too late.
2:36 left. Comets might be able to get a second one here on the kick, and they will. It's Frostbite making things happen. It's 2-0.
Really hard to say what happened on this kickoff. Looks like Woe actually just missed the ball completely. Frostbite went straight up the gut. MLE coming out of the corner couldn't cut that one down in time, but made a direct line to challenge the ball. Might have been better to just cut across the face of goal, maybe get the timing on the shot rather than, come out and try to cut down an angle on a straight shot.
2.5 minutes left. 2-0 lead for the Comets. This will be off of the back. Blizzard trying to drop this left-hand side. Has the angle, does Woe, and may at least have the deficit at 1 with 2:20 to go.
Good shot. First touch, a little bit left to be desired. Landed in the corner really well, and then no Comets pressure to be able to push away at that ball. Woe just lines up the angle on the side, gets it in there. It's an important goal. Halftime just passed. They have a great chance to be able to get one more and get back into this one.
140 seconds left. In game number 5, this will be a chance over the halfway line. Blizzard trying to add one more. Top of the box, good contact, but it's going to go right at the Comets defense. Second attempt notwithstanding, and it is going to be in the Comets corner. 2:02 left. That's going to be off the nose, up and over 1, then 2. Comets have a chance to ice it, and they may have just done that. Blizzard have to come up with 2 more.
Yeah, really unfortunate there as Woe. You see him drifting in, looking for that challenge. You kind of expected Midnight to not have control of that ball. To be truthful, he didn't. Just gone right past did Woe on that challenge, and that is one that you have to make if you're committing to it that far up the field.
That's going to be at the center dot. Off the corner wall. Touched in front. That's a great touch off the nose. This is going to bounce in the corner. Up it goes, trying to find the angle, played it laterally. Blizzard need a goal and then another one, but a nice save there. However, the placement left a little bit to be desired by Woe, and the Comets are going to look for a counter the other way. Off the corner wall again. Good touch, top of the box, that's in front. Good setup, looking for the finish, not going to happen. Still there, and finally Frostbite finds it, and that is going to be 4-1. The alliteration, pretty good on that particular phrase.
You see MLE drifting in on that corner play, doesn't get any contact. Woe is out of boost, driving around trying to look for anything. Blizzard just completely in disarray on that one, and the Comets finally getting a couple kicks at it, put it over the line.
Minute 22 to go. Frostbite gonna send this deep and home. Another one. The Comets running away and have sealed at this point a 4-1 in the series, almost effectively eliminating the Blizzard.
Yeah, MLE on the half flip, grabbed the boost in the corner, but then he went and turned upfield instead of going back. I've talked about it at length this weekend, how important it is if you go for boost in the corner to go and turn towards net, especially if your teammate loses that ball. You might be giving up a little bit of space at midfield or if your teammate wins the ball, but the number of times that teams are getting burned right now by that exact same kickoff really goes to highlight how much they need to be working on that.
And that's going to be a counterplay the other way. Blizzard can try to get one back here. That is on target. It's going to find its way home for MLE, who's been rather silent last couple of games. He gets on the board here.
Complete and utter lackadaisical play from the Comets. You saw them with an open net freestyling at that one instead of getting business done. There's enough time for 3 goals from the Blizzard here, especially if the Comets have taken their foot completely off the gas like it looks like. Get the business done, score the goals when they're given. Otherwise, you might face down a team that looks like they want to get back into it.
Blizzard might have a chance for a second one here, and MLE is going to try to find an angle. Has the patience, and he's going to put it home in the far corner. And don't look now, 2 goals down with 48 left.
Again, just complete lack of pressure on that ball. Frostbite coming up really awkwardly, no great timing, and Midnight drifting towards the ball. The Comets giving up as many cheap chances to the Blizzard as the Blizzard gave back to the Comets the other way. What goes around is starting to come around, and for the Blizzard, it couldn't come at a better time.
Comets can still survive this if they can get one more goal. Blizzard going to put this out to the sidewall. Getting the touchdown. That's a nice pass. Getting the angle, trying to make it a 1-goal deficit, but that's a save coming across from Frostbite. Comets still there. Sending it towards the Blizzard net. MLE has control. Looking for a dribble. The touch past 1. Doesn't quite have the turn. Still a threat, left wing side. And that is going to be Midnight with the dribble play. Doesn't have the turn towards the Blizzard net this time, but he'll try for a touch and fail to get one on the Blizzard back wall. 9 seconds left, likely going to seal things. Blizzard need a goal, and they need one quickly, but it's not going to come quickly enough as the Blizzard are going to go down 4-1 to the Comets. And that is not a happy team in turquoise right now, as their season likely done.
A really, really tough series for them, but a lot of what we touched on in the cast, Curtis, is things that they could have worked on ahead of time coming into this one, and you get the sense that the task in front of them might have been just a little bit too much for them on this day. But that shouldn't be an excuse. You should be here showing up every single day. It
Yeah.
felt like something wasn't quite together with that team, and it really kind of showed on the scoreboard against a team with nothing left to lose.
Yeah, and the Comets came out to play spoiler, and they did exactly that. So the Blizzard are going to be licking their wounds and trying to make things happen in the last couple of weeks. There are 3 weeks left, so I guess you can't really write them off just yet, but they are going to need a heck of a show against the rest of their Storm Division counterparts for things to turn around. With that said, we are not quite done with this evening just yet. The second of 3 series on your way next. This is the MLD on Twitch, presented by Balls Garana.